Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. As part of my frugality, I do DIY to save some money. I'm currently renovating my house, painting and decorating because I want to get it up for sale, hopefully at the end of this month. Going into April, I've got lots of little snaggy jobs to do. I'm in the living room, which is about to become a dining room. Because we have another living room, we're lucky to have two living rooms, so we sit in the back room. We prefer to sit in the back. We've got a glazed door that goes into the backyard, so I can see all my potted plants out there, and we've got a log burner there. So it's a nice warm snuggy room, especially for autumn, winter or early spring when it's still frosty. This room is going to get used as a dining room and a craft room. So I've opened my box today and I bought a pair of chairs a week or so ago. I got them on eBay. These were new. They come in multiple colours, and for a pair, just for two, is $39.99. I've bought these to make the room look nice because everything is vintage, reused or thrifted, so I wanted some new elements in the room. Excuse me. And my son, once I've moved out and downsized, he will be looking for a place of his own. He's currently saving up a deposit for his own place. I'm hoping to be able to give him some money as well, and he's going to get these new chairs, so they won't be wasted. They're not just for show. They will be going to my son when he gets his own place, and my older son, who's up in Scotland, he will be getting bits and bobs of stuff off me as well. So bits of furniture I'm keeping hold of because it's for my sons, and all the little bits and bobs I've been taking to the charity shop. I've emptied out my wardrobe virtually and my chest of drawers. I've hardly got any clothes left. I've just got the basics because they were just hanging there unused. So I've had a couple of people saying to me I'm going above and beyond in renovating the house. There's loads of things that need doing, and I think if I put the house up for sale in the state that it was, it wouldn't have sold, or they would have knocked thousands and thousands off the price. And I need every penny I can because I want to give my sons some money towards their deposit for their flat. They're both looking for a studio flat. Maybe something bigger. We just have to see how the price is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to auction once I'm up in Scotland and see what we can find them, hopefully somewhere near me or not too far away. So basically I'm investing in their future as well as mine by renovating this house. I bought it in 2019. It all went through in early 2020, so February actually. So it's been 6 years now. I can't believe it's gone over. So I've been slowly renovating it. Originally I intended to stay. A few years ago I installed this fireplace, which I bought from Here, There and Everywhere, all separate pieces. So it was my intention to stay, but now that the house will go up for sale, it's obviously going to be a selling point. And I'm lucky because I've got still some like original coving and the ceiling rose, or as the Americans call it, a medallion. If I was staying, I would just strip that medallion, but I'm not staying, so I can't be bothered with the faff, to be honest. So yeah, I've assembled a chair today out of this box, and I just wanted to show you. So they were $39.99 for the two free posts, so it works out £20 a chair. So I love velvet. I like velvet, denim, cotton and linen. They're my favourite fabrics. So I've got a lot of velvet and denim around the house, because denim I reuse old jeans, mine and my son's, and ones I've thrifted to make into cushions and stuff like that. And I've got all velvety bits of furniture, like in my back room, which is our living room. I've got a velvet armchair there. And like here I've got velvet curtains, the back room's got velvet curtains. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of keep the velvety theme running, and my son will get these two chairs when he moves out. I've brought the spare cat tree down, and I need to finish assembling it because it was in my bedroom and I'm constantly tripping over it because of this little leggy bit there sticking out. So it'll either end up on that side or that side. I haven't decided yet because I've got a big yucca plant, a yucca tree to come in here as well. That's currently in my bedroom window, so I want to bring that down here because I think lovely big tall plants always look great. It's all curly-whirly because it's been constantly moved for years. I've had it for like 15 years, something like that. So it's been twisty-turnied all over the place. So you'll see it when the room's set up. It's yeah, it's definitely an unusual shape, but I love it. I'm going to keep hold of that. So yeah, I've assembled a chair just to see what it looks like. Like I said, I've got the toe, so the other one will go on the other end of the table. So long-wise, the table's going along here, and they'll have 2 set chairs each side. These thrifted ones are both for £10 each. And yesterday, I'll walk over here, I assembled the radiator cover. It was a bit taller than I expected, but I can't chop the legs down because you need a certain gap, a height above your radiator so that the warm air circulates and comes out the front there. I had to chop bits off because of the skirting board and because of the dado rail on both sides, but now it's all in place. It took me a while to assemble because I got arthritis in my hands, but I got there in the end. I think it took me about an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. I think an able-bodied person would have took them less than an hour. But yeah, that's why I don't film me doing DIY, because I constantly drop things or I lose a screw and I get uffy and puffy because I can't find it and that sort of thing. I think a lot of DIY programs, they edit it, all that sort of thing out, but I can't be bothered with the editing, to be honest. I shoot, record, and then I upload. That's it, simple as that. Less stress. I don't want the stress in my life. Here's my cat examining the chair. She's like, ooh, what's this? So she's loved this radiator cover since I put it up yesterday. She's had to sleep on it, good sniff of it, rubbing her head on it. Same with the cat tree, half assembled. She's sort of like, ooh, what's this? So I've bought myself a little book that I also got on eBay because I've been looking in the charity shops and been able to find it. Basic sewing on your sewing machine, because I've got a sewing machine there and it's driving me potty. It's been sat in my wardrobe for 2 years because I just thought, yeah, I can't be bothered with that. So once everything's been done in the house, I'm going to go back to it and see if I can work it out, and hopefully when I move to Scotland I'll find a little course to go on. So yeah, as I said, there's loads of little jobs I need to do around the house. People have said, oh, you're doing too much, but like in here, skirting boards, I think people generally, when you buy a house, you expect there to be skirting boards in place, don't you? So I was lucky to get them out of a skip. I did ask the owner's permission because I take them and they were more than happy to give it to me. And I need to do the doorstep, the front doorstep. I've been doing a little bit of painting today, and I mean a little bit. I've took the coats down, so I need to paint. I'm just going to paint these coat hooks in a minute and the wood that I put up. I've been painting the dado rail and a bit of the door frame today. A bit of skirting here and that. So I'm just slowly chipping away things. My carpet for the hall stairs and landing, I've got all offcuts, so it's basically cost me nothing. And I'm just going to show you the state of the doorstep. So as you can see, there's still some tiles there that I've been struggling to get off. There was missing tiles, there was cracked tiles, there was loose tiles, so we got them all up. And even my son's had to go with that and struggled. So if you've got any suggestions how I can get the last ones up, these 3 here, I'd really appreciate it. I've bought new step tiles, smaller black quarry tiles, because originally they were the terracotta ones. So they're all laid on the hallway. So yeah, so they cost me £120. But that was the cheapest option I could find for quarry tiles. I wanted black because my front door step's black, and I've had the front of the house painted black and the brickwork cream because everyone's doing grey and I didn't want grey, I wanted black because I think it's smart, and I think whatever's trendy in and out, it doesn't really matter. I wanted the black to make it look smart and tidy. That was done when we first moved into the house, the door, the front and back door, and the windows, because I had some equity over from buying the house. So yeah, I've just been slowly chipping away at things, obviously because I've been here for 6 years, but I've upped my game over the last 2 years, and I'm lucky to have 2 bathrooms, so I've retiled the bathroom upstairs, I've had the toilet and the bath put in, I need to get the sink installed, and I've got little snaggy jobs to do, like in the kitchen, the pipes need blocking in, some pipes in the upstairs bathroom need blocking in. The downstairs bathroom is a shower room, and I needed to rebuild the divider wall. I retiled it as well. I rebuilt the wall and divided it because it just crumbled to pieces. It literally fell like a pair of curtains on the floor. So I retiled that. So all these little jobs have sort of held me back, because as I'm fixing things, other things need doing. As always with DIY, one job becomes 10. I need some doors hanging. I bought some reclaimed doors for upstairs for the box bedroom up there and the bathroom, so that needs hanging. This door needs rehanging. I used to be able to do it, but my hands are too done in now. I just can't do it. My son, God love him, works all the hours it is, so I don't like asking him to help me with DIY because he's just works so hard. He's helped me hold up a piece of plasterboard when I was putting the plasterboard up in the bedroom when I was insulating the walls. And the reason I insulated the walls because I already bought the insulation a couple of years before, and I thought, well, it's there, I'll just use it. So I've done every room basically. This is a 3-bedroom house, 2 living rooms, as I've said, 2 bathrooms and a kitchen, and the hallway and stairs and landing. So it's a biggish house, but there's no need for all that space now because I'll be moving out and downsizing. And just before you go, I wanted to show you something that I bought for my bathroom. And this will come with me as well. A thrifted soap dish and toothbrush holder with willow pattern on, made of pottery. Isn't it lovely? So that'll go above my little tiny sink because the sink hasn't really got anywhere to stick your soap and your toothbrushes. So I've bought this as well, and that was £19, but I just love it. So I think that's the best buy I've had in ages, to be honest. So please like, share and subscribe. Let me know what you're up to as well. I'm going shopping later, so watch out for Cheapy Tuesday too. So bye for now.